can't be inside a government building filming at all.
You can't be in a government building filming at all.
Not at all, no sir.
Wow.
Now, anywhere outside the building in the parking lot is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
Inside the government building, not at all.
Is this a public building?
No, it's not.
I'm his boss.
Right.
Oh,
Ask you to
okay.
Step outside.
Okay, I'm just asking you, is this a public building?
No sir, it's a government building.
What would be the difference between government and public?
Anything you want it to be, sir.
This is open to the public. If
Were you asked to leave the building?
No one's asked me to leave the building. Somebody with authority would have to ask me to leave the building, which would be a public official.
Who
which
you
would
just
mean,
spoke to, which was Miss Wynn, who walked out here with the lady in
and
gray.
she did not. She said she was going to contact legal.
Okay.
Which is probably the smartest move, because unlawfully trespassing somebody from a public building.
Well, first of all, if we're going to go into legal speak, let's use proper legal speak. Unlawful trespassing, trespassing in itself is unlawful, correct? Trespassing means you're somewhere you're not supposed to be. So to unlawfully trespass you is not what's happening, nor is that something that's possible.
Unconstitutionally. There you go.
No, sir.
Unconstitutionally trespass me. There you go.
What is the definition of trespass?
To remove somebody from a building.
Incorrect, sir. Trespassing is to be on a site without permission.
Yeah, without permission. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Just want to ask that you step outside so you finish talking to Metro Legal.
Okay. Well, I would ask. I don't know what authority. Are
She's
you
the
law?
elected
Are you law enforcement here?
We are security for the
You're
building.
security guards, correct? Why wouldn't you ask questions? What does that? I'm answering questions. Am I not? I'm not being a disturbance.
I'd like the
I'm not.
official ask the
I am not. I am not. I am. Yeah, she asked me. There's a difference between asking somebody, if you want to get into legal talk, like you just said.
Right.
There's a difference between asking somebody to leave the building and ordering them to leave the building. Asking me, I can politely decline, respectfully decline. If you're ordering me to leave a building by threat of arrest from a law enforcement officer, not a security officer, your job as a security officer is to observe and report. She's asking me something that would violate my constitutional rights. I have a right to be.
Not to take people who are coming in and out the doors.
But there's a camera right behind you, right above your head. There's a camera. So I understand that. So why would the government have more rights to record me than the citizen? We have freedom of press in this country. If she orders me to leave the building, I would be breaking the law by not leaving the building. But also, it would be a violation of my constitutional rights, which you would be a party to.
Everything you're saying.
No, but you're
I have
not.
to follow what
But
you
you're
ask.
not. But I'm trying to explain to you that this is unconstitutional. I have freedom of press. I'm a journalist. I'm just gathering
Do you have
content for a
credentials
story. There is no such thing as journalist credentials, sir. What agency would create them?
There's nobody in the press issued a press pass.
Who are they issued it by?
People they work for, sir.
Oh, okay.
So
I work for myself.
So you're not a journalist. You're
Because-
just here filming.
Because you're an independent journalist doesn't mean you're not a journalist. In the Constitution, it doesn't say you have freedom of press only if you work for MSNBC and CNN. When you're in a public building and you trespass somebody from a public building, they would have to be disrupting business. Like if I'm in there making a scene, blocking people from getting services. I'm in a public lobby right now, and I'm just telling you that I'm here peacefully exercising my First Amendment right. I don't want to cause a scene.
I'm going to correct you real quick.
Yeah.
The word you're looking for is evict from the building. You cannot trespass somebody from the building.
For sure, you can. Of course, that's
Trespass is
evict would be if I lived here. That an eviction is if I lived here. I don't live here.
Sure.
I'm just
so
here.
then we can use the word eject.
I guess eject, but the
Because
legal.
trespass itself is illegal. So to say unlawfully trespass,
But
that would be
to
a
trespass
double
me from the building, that's you write a trespass warning. So you're not an officer, but you would write a trespass
We're
warning.
actually employed by the sheriff's office, sir.
Oh, okay.
DCSO. Yeah.
You're
so-
okay. So you.
Yeah.
But you don't have law
Thanks.
enforcement. You don't have law. I wasn't trying to belittle you or anything. I'm just trying to say.
Just make sure we watch what we say. It's fine.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just telling you that you don't have authority over me. You're not a law enforcement. You're a security officer, which your job is to observe and report. This is a conversation.
I'm just going to say if we're going to have legal speak, let's understand the legal speak that we're using.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be eject or evict. I would be trespassed from the building.
It would
That's
be
the correct.
eject.
No,
Unfortunately, that's not the case.
ma'am. For part of my story that I'm working on, I have to do an.
Stop recording because I've asked you to stop recording me. You have not.
But
had my
I just
permission to-
explained to
You
you.
did not have my permission to record me.
I just
asked you to step
explained to you.
outside. Can you hang on just a minute? I'm gonna step out there for a second.
I just explained to you that there's no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am.
I request you to stop.
But there's no expectation of privacy. I'm not.
So when did you get your law license?
I don't have a law license.
Well, good then.
I just
Then how do you know
understand
that
my
you're
rights.
right?
I just understand my rights, ma'am.
Well, my right is to ask you to stop recording.
You have a right to ask me. That's correct. You do. Do you mind if I speak to the county clerk? Because she's the one that handles it. Okay, great.
You already spoke to her. She was the one that asked
Yeah,
you to
no,
stop
I just-
before
I
you
didn't-
went outside,
yeah.
which you refused to do about it.
No. She asked. Yeah, she asked me. She asked me. That's correct. How would you force me to leave a building when we don't have confirmation yet from legal? I say, I think reasonable. I'm in the lobby. I'm not even in the office.
Outside.
I left the lobby. I'm
See,
not even in the
reasonable would be
office.
following the request of an elected official who asked you to wait inside until the issue was resolved, which you've refused to do, which is not reasonable.
No, I'm in the lobby. I left the clerk's
And
office.
She asked you to wait outside the building. We both have asked you to wait outside the building. Yep, here we are.
Because the statute for trespassing, I know you said eject or whatever, but
Right.
there's no statute for eject.
No one's ejecting you.
So there's
Per
no
the elected official, she's asked you to wait outside the building until the
Okay,
issue
but
is
I want to
resolved.
make it. Can you go to the elected official and ask her, is she ordered? Because the statute says I have to be ordered. I have to be told
Right,
to
but you're
leave the
telling us you're
building.
being reasonable. You were given a request, which you
No,
refused
I just want to make
follow.
sure,
That's not being
just in case
reasonable.
law enforcement gets involved, I need to make sure that this
sure
is.
they will.
Okay, just in case they do, I want to make sure we're clear here. If you're ordering me to leave the building, sir, if you're ordering me, or somebody who has authority, I don't think you do, but somebody.
elected official has
Okay,
asked you to step outside.
But she's not. I need to make sure that she's ordering me to leave the building. That she's telling me that she is trespassing me from this building.
Which is not a reasonable request.
How is that not reasonable, sir?
See,
because
you're trying,
my
you're
rights,
trying
my
to,
rights
right,
don't.
right.
I have a right.
Sure, you do.
It's not a privilege. It's a right.
But an elected official has asked you to.
And the elected officials work for the people. I am part of the people. She works for the people. She's a public servant.
Which at any point in time, she can tell you to get out. Now,
Yeah,
if
and
you-
then I would
if you
leave.
want her to
If she
work
told
with
me-
you-
if she
you
told me to
want her
leave, I would
work
leave.
with you,
And
if
then
you
I would-
want her
and then
to
I would do
work with
civil
you,
litigation.
Since you say she works for you, you want her to continue to work for you and do the things you're claiming to do, then you need to be reasonable, which is step outside, which was you were requested by an elected official.
Okay.
To step outside till the issue is resolved.
Okay.
Clearly, she's not back. The issue is not resolved.
Well, I'm just.
So by refusing to do that,
I
would
think
you
I
say
think it's
that's
reasonable to
reasonable?
wait in the
I really
lobby.
don't care what you
I
think.
think it's, and I don't care what you think. Okay.
That's great.
So it doesn't matter what you think. You're not law enforcement. You have no authority over me.
That's right.
Observe
I know.
and report. Yeah, for commercial purposes, you would need a permit. But for journalist purposes, as far as news gathering, that's when you don't need a permit, and I'm sure that's what they know. But it's news gathering. If you want to help me do an open records request, it'll help me get out of here quicker.
So what's your record? What you want to request?
I wanted to get the first, last name, salary, and the titles of all county employees for my story that I'm working on.
Okay, see, that's something you can find online.
You can get all that information
That
online.
information's online. The salaries are online.
Okay. Some cities, some counties and
And
cities, they're not.
It's not through the county clerk's office that you would get that. And I know that in some places you would.
Yeah.
But our office.
It varies state to state.
Well, see, our office only has responsibility for motor vehicle registration and renewals. We issue notary commissions, we issue marriage licenses, we issue business licenses, and we process passport applications. We don't have a whole lot to do with county records maintenance because this is a metropolitan form of government, and we have a metropolitan clerk.
Okay.
That's where your county records request would go to the metropolitan clerk's office. So let me
Okay.
direct you there to get
Sure.
what you need.
But I am within my rights to record it in a public building, correct?
Yeah. But,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure
okay.
of that.
But I was told that I just we needed to stay with him.
Sure. You guys can hang out.
Okay.
We can talk.
All right.
That's great. Anyway.
All right, sir, we're going to stick you out with Sergeant Yeager. He'll make sure you stay in places you're allowed to be.
Oh, great. Isn't that great? Everywhere that's public. Everywhere that's public.
Good luck.
Sergeant Yeager.
What's going on, brother? How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
Roger that.
You have a great day now. You take care.
Just your little coordinator?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you like to do that?
Yeah,
Great.
Hey, can you is this your boss over here?
No, I'm his boss.
You're his boss?
I'm everybody's
You're
boss.
you're sergeant,
No,
not my
I'm
boss.
a major.
Yes, sir.
You're major. He deserves a commendation because he knows our First Amendment rights. I'm gonna submit a complaint against you, just so you know. That guy was being a real jerk.